Okay, so when doing stuttering therapy, the first thing I would do is as they come into the classroom, I would ask them how their day was and make sure that they're mentally okay, that they're not having a bad day or having been teased or anything. And if they have, you might pull out your iceberg picture and talk about their feelings a little bit above the iceberg, then below the iceberg, the stuff we talked about, so that they can express their feelings and get out how they're feeling that day. Um, then I would talk to them about how speech is produced, making sure they use the same vocabulary, or I do, every time, and pull out the picture of the speech man. Mine's labeled with lungs, a windpipe, voice box, and mouth. And the air starts in the lungs, pushes up through the windpipe, into your voice box, and out through your mouth. And you could have them feel and see if they can feel any vibration on their windpipe or their voice box up here, and explain how it then goes through their mouth and out to form the words. And at this point, you would have them practice saying a word such as apple, and then stop the word in the voice box, then finish it like apple. You can have them do the same stopping at the lips, apple. This will help them to identify potentially where they're getting stuck on words. They can use this first while doing this. A fist, you can go apple or apple. That's just kind of a visual awareness for them. This is the first step to easy onset, which will help them in the future with fluency. We then move from identifying the way they talk and stutter to working on modifying and changing it. You might ask them where their tongue is when they say a certain word, such as giraffe. You would then have them try to stutter on the beginning sound, the J, the giraffe. Ask them again what their tongue is doing and have them describe it. You might have to use different words to figure out where their stops are happening, though. You just have to play around with it and pick words and have them stop and start, and with stopping here, stopping at the lips. After a while, you have them release their tension in their tongue and see if that improves at all. And with every change, you have them tell you what their mouth is doing. So every time you would work on, say, giraffe, if you had them stop it at the lips, you would have them tell you where your tongue is, or if it's in the voice box, tell them what their mouth is doing, basically, because this will help them with awareness and developing that sense of awareness where their stops are coming from and stuff. And it helps in the future with change. They can't change it if they don't know what's broke, basically. Sometimes you might have to use a mirror for this, but that's one thing that they have to be ready for, and talk to maybe your SLP and make sure that that's okay, because you don't want them uncomfortable. You can now work on soft starts. So at this point in therapy, you begin by talking to them about what this means, how they can be ready to produce sound at the beginning of a word correctly. Tell them to relax, give them some techniques, let out a little breath, and start more slowly. Ask them ways they can relax, and you might have to give them some strategies by take a deep breath, count to 3, whatever works for them. And you can use auditory discrimination to practice identifying starts. The soft starts, you go like can, and have them tell you which one, like can, and have them pick out which one they think they should be using. You'd start with single words, like stop, fast, and do this over and over again, and start with single words. Ease into it, slowly moving from single words to 2-word combinations, gradually making it more challenging by doing something like showing them a picture. You say, okay, I'm going to show you this picture now. Tell me 5 things about this picture, and have them use their soft starts when they tell you about it. And you would slow down your speech. So basically you're modeling to them how they should talk and not just blurting everything out. Um, now I'm going to, you'd say something like, now I'm going to have you stutter again on purpose using words that you can bounce on, such as I am going to go shopping. They would repeat the sentence. You may have to have them write the sentence down, or you could write it for them so that they can keep working on this same sentence over and over again. So I, I am going shopping. To take a deep breath. I am going shopping. And you could model it for them. And the whole time you need to be encouraging and telling them that they have control over this, and make sure they're going slow. They need to be speaking slow like you are, and give them reminders about tension. Remember to relax. Now I'm going to give you another picture, and I want you to give me 5 words, 5 things to describe this picture. So they might say something like slow turtle, green, yellow, cute. That's just an example of some of the words they might use. And eventually go up to 2 phrases like I said, slow turtle, cute turtle, and practice that soft onset, easy speaking, slow start speech. And from there, you just keep practicing those. And every time they come in, you probably should, again, go over all the mechanisms with your speech man and such and use the same vocabulary to raise their awareness.